Hi, it's Thursday, and that means it's Vlog Thursday. I suppose I should talk to you about something. And I figured I would show you my new acquisition, Windows ME box, which I've formatted and, well, there was no hard drive in it, actually. They took the hard drive, which makes sense, good for data security, but that means I had no drivers, and I had to format it on my own. I put a laptop drive in it, set it up. Hi, Marty. I set it up with a disk overlay program, and the dynamic drive overlay allowed me to install a 160 gigabyte modern laptop hard drive into it in this little machine here. So when I got it, I made a video about taking it apart and booting up for the first time. My cats were probably in that one too. And yeah, I just wanted to show off how it's working. So I've done a few upgrades to it, and I'm going to bring it in close now so that I can show you the screen. So yeah, I've done a few things to it. One of them is I've done the unofficial Service Pack 3 upgrade that I found on Phil's Computer Lab. A bunch of other people made it, and I don't have any names under my icons anymore because I seem to have messed things up in Windows 98. Now, I don't need to use this thing for any kind of, important business, so that's fine for now. I drew this backdrop on the old DOS box, the Packard Bell that I found in the garbage. This one I found in the trash as well. I like finding old stuff in the trash. And I've installed a few games on it. So this thing is actually a capable little box. It now has 512 megs of RAM and a Pentium 3, 1 gigahertz. Unfortunately running at 750, but that's just because the board is HP and it locks down to that frequency multiplier. So as you can see, Unreal Gold is loading right now, and it runs very well. I thought it wouldn't run as well as it does. I'm a little surprised, but I guess my memories of this game are from when my friend showed me, and I had a Pentium 120 that I had overclocked to 133, and I think I had a Voodoo 1, I don't know, but it was barely able to run this. I might have been even running it in software. It was terrible. So it runs nearly flawless. It doesn't run 50 or 60 frames per second. It runs somewhere around 59. But that's also because I put a basic 3D video card in there. There's an ATI Rage 128 or something like that I found in the garbage as well. So yeah, a lot of parts brought together from stuff from the garbage, and it makes me happy to see stuff like this running, in this day and age that I can play around with. I've also installed quite a few DOS games, and that's more of the focus of the machine. It's also why I went with Windows 98, because Windows Millennium did away with the DOS, shut down to DOS mode. So there was no pure DOS mode in Windows ME. Windows 98 still has that, so I have that here so that I can, try it out with all these games. So let's try loading up. There's no setup program, so let's try running Vet. Vet is a DOS game I never did play. This is obviously, it's a cracked version. It's got a crack intro on it. A crack intro. And it seems to just run in PC speaker mode. This stuff is really nostalgic for me. Most of the games I played until, the early 90s when my mom bought me a Sound Blaster 16, they sounded like this. They were all bleeps and boops. I'm definitely a trainee. I don't even know if this game has other sound. This computer obviously has a sound card built into it, but it doesn't work in Windows 98 at all. I don't have drivers for it. I can't make it work. It's like an Intel 810 motherboard. I don't know how to make that video work or sound work. Sorry for slamming that CD drive closed. I have ADHD and I play with things without thinking about it. So this is kind of cool. It was got a map. What model? I have no idea. Since it's cracked, it probably doesn't matter. Do I need to shift? Yeah, I do need to shift. How do I shift? That's not it. Oh, it's the number buttons. Oh, do I need to press one lock? 2. 1. Oh, did I crash? I'd really like to get out of this visual mode if I could. I don't know what I'm doing. Help. 4th gear, right away. I just accelerate really slowly. You can crash into the water. I should show what happens when that happens. So I'm going to run over a person first. Oh, you do flatten them. Oh. So yeah, I mean, I have a way to play DOS games even easier now. It has its own CD writer, which is interesting. The DOS box that I found before, the Packard Bell, had a CD reader in it, but this one having a writer is primo. That's like higher quality. But that's because it was a Celeron 800. That's a bit of a different generation of computers. So yeah, I mean, I just love stuff like this. Playing around with it, it can be nostalgic. It can also bring back a lot of the bad memories. Like, you know, half the time when you use these old computers, half of your time or most of your time would be in the process of getting the game to work rather than actually playing it. And then, you know, enjoying playing it for a few minutes once you've got things actually running. Let's run the setup program. Yeah. C to continue. Hey. We've got MCJ and we've got PC speaker. That's all we have. Type TD3. Well, I'll just click TD3 because we're in Windows right now. Not enough RAM. Oh, I actually have to do DOS mode to run that one. Let's try that. Shut down, restart in MS-DOS mode. Now, I'm not sure if my keyboard keeps working after this. For some reason, it's a USB keyboard. I don't have a PS2 keyboard, so yeah, it doesn't work. I'm going to have to shut it off. How quiet it is without it running. Anyway, yeah. This stuff is pretty fun for me. I spend a lot of my YouTube viewing time watching videos about old computers like this. I'm hammering F8 so that I can get into the boot menu. Command prompt only. That's right, Marty. We're going old school. What's the folder called? CD. Oh, they're not in order either. That's fun. CD. Test drive, test drive, test drive. Where's test drive? TV, Terminal Velocity. That's a fun game, and it has really cool music. Rise of the Triad. Test Derv 3. TT3. Because I'm trying to narrate this, it's harder to read the screen for me. Oh wow! I guess I don't have the RAM. Do I have Street Rod installed? That would be a fun one. SR2PC, CD, SR2PC, This game I played for the first time in the library of my elementary school. It was installed on the first PC that was ever in our school. We're going to go VGA. Listen to that. Never played Street Rod 1. But Street Rod 2, played a lot of that. What is the first letter in line 2 on page 16? I don't know. So this is actually largely a mouse-driven game. I don't have a mouse. Oh, I guess I can use my keyboard. And like you can check out spacebar. I can see all these parts. And the goal of the game is to buy and modify your own hot rod, basically. Oh, how do I get back to the paper again? Oh, it's on the corner there. Nah. So we need a used car. And you can find all kinds of stuff here. You have $1,200, so you can't really buy much at first. Corvette V8 sounds nice. Fuck it, I'm just buying it. Pardon my language. And then you use your little wrench here. Change transmission. No, we don't want to do anything. We want to pop the hood. One of the things you've got to do is, like, you can tune car. See how there's a little arrow up here? How the timing's, that's the timing, right? You've got to get the timing so it lines up. And then your car runs right. So they got like little bits like that. And then you just go out in the street and hit the street. Start driving. And you'll meet up with people. And then those people will ask you to race. So let's race this guy for pink slips. No, we'll just do a drag race. We'll do it for kicks. Because we don't know what we're doing yet. And the controls are just up, down, left, right. I think. Do you have to shift gears? Oh no. I'm losing terribly. This Corvette is slow off the line. And I also didn't start on time. But yep, this is the game. I mean, this drag race obviously is all straight. You can go left or right. And you can totally crash your brand new car. Lucky you weren't killed, because the car is totaled. You get $75 for the scrap. So that's about it. This is what I play with sometimes when I feel like being a little nostalgic and dipping my toes into childhood dreams of video games and wasting hours. Yeah. I hope you have a fantastic Thursday. Bye for now.